MK and I am back with another 31 days of cut file fun, and today I'm going to do something just slightly different. So I have this uber old acrylic word from Close to My Heart that just says it's today, and I have all the inner bits and pieces, and I was just showing you guys that it was acrylic and a little bit on the thick side. I also have a vellum piece of paper. I have this really cool note from a company that I usually purchase from frequently, the cut file for today from Redefine Creative, and these really cool three-dimensional stars using that decoupe punch or decoupe punch. I'm not really sure how to say it, but it's really hard to show you guys on camera how 3D these stars actually are. So I thought I'd bring out the punch and show you guys. They were all left over from a previous project, so I didn't really have to punch anything. I also have this beautiful burst paper by Paper Rose. So I absolutely love this style of paper, and I bought, they come in different, brightnesses. So you can get like the royal colors, you can get the bright neon colors and things like that. And so I picked up a couple packs. All right, so the first thing I did was cut down my paper to 8.5 by 11 because that's the size that I'm going to do. This isn't a very huge thing to document about, but it is something that I wanted to document about because this company always leaves me a little note in appreciation for my purchase, which I have to say, you guys, makes me feel bad because I don't. I always forget because I have my children, especially during the summer, I have my children help me package up my packages for those that order from the store. And they go by so fast that I forget to sign the receipt. And so it's like, oh, they already taped it up. Dang it. And so that's my life, you guys, is because I have help from children, which I appreciate very much. So I really haven't said, don't do that yet. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to back my acrylic piece in this beautiful vellum. Now this is vellum from Stampin' Up, so it is on the thicker side, but I left a portion of this in so you guys can see that I am using finishing files. Now these files are no longer available from Close to My Heart, but I'm pretty sure you can get tiny little files in any like auto shop that you are aware of. And so what I do is I use the very sharp point of these files and poke into and close to my acrylic, but into the vellum, so that way I can start the hole and get it going. Sometimes I can go right along the edge of the vellum or even paper and be able to just cut it out that way. But this stuff is very, very thick vellum. I mean, like super thick. So I had to use my scissors to cut it out. And then I do end up filing a little bit too rough down in the end over by the A, and I poke a hole in my Y, but that's okay. You know what? I'm a scrapbooker. I can fix things. You know, it's not a big deal. I'm not going to start all over again just because I did that. So yeah, it's not a big deal. All right, I'm going to finish off with the A, and then I have that gap in between the A and the Y. Like I said, I wanted to leave this in so that way you guys could see how it is that I'm doing it. And I'm almost using my my file as a knife and cutting around my papers. So anyways, yeah, just a little, I wanted to leave this in type of deal to show you guys how I do it. And it is complete. So I'm going to clean up my desk real quick and bring out my photo that I trimmed down to 4x4. And I'm going to go ahead and back it up on some vellum, but I'm going to rip it. And like I said, because it is uber thick vellum, it rips just like paper. It's not uncontrollable like tissue paper or anything like that. Okay, so now I'm going to decide what to do with this cut file. And I decided for this particular cut file how to show you guys what to do with only bits and pieces of a cut file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out all the triangles that I see, especially the larger ones within this particular cut file. So I'm going to go through and twist it and turn it and cut out all of the triangles that I want to use on my layout. Okay, now it starts to look very, very interesting, but because I'm cutting and twisting and not rounding the corners and whatnot, some of the pieces I can't save. They end up being cut off. I do consider the partial triangles that maybe I can tuck them in somewhere else and do something else, but that never helps either. that doesn't work either because of the fact that I'm using all vellum. So I do only end up getting 4 triangles. I was hoping to get a lot more than that, but that's okay. I do consider keeping the rest of the cut file, but I end up just throwing it away. So I'm only going to play with the 4 triangles, and they're all different sizes. So I really do like the design that they end up making just on the right side of my page. Fills in the gap a little bit. I could bring it in and hug it to the photo, but I do end up pulling it off to the side and having it just be its own separate little decoration. Yep. So like I said, I consider the partial triangles, but then I couldn't make them work. I didn't know how to make them work, so that's okay. Went ahead and took them off to the side. Now I'm going to go ahead and start putting my layout together. I'm going to glue down all of these little triangles one at a time, and then when it goes to putting the other triangle in, I'm going to create like a little house looking piece up at the top. And so I thought that that looks really cool because now it looks like I made a different cut file. You never know that it was a separate cut file unless you look at it real close and see the bumps from the overlap. So I really like how this turned out, actually. Like I said, this little note, it's really cool because every time that they send me a package, the little note inside is personal to me. So like this one, my last name is Gunn, in case you guys did not know that. So this one says, the Gunn show is about to be real with this. So I really, really like that, how he plays on my last name. I think it makes me laugh. It makes me smile. I absolutely love it. And he's very encouraging because these are supplements, in case you guys are curious. So it's very encouraging. Now, I do have to say that his company is getting larger and larger. I want to say that I've been with him since the beginning, but his company is getting rather larger, and now I just get thanks in the mail instead of a really cool little note, but I'm okay with that. I did want to document, how it was and all that stuff. He's great to talk to, all that stuff. So I really love the personalization on smaller businesses. In all honesty, I do know that big box stores try to do personalization as well with their customer service, and I really, really do like that too. But smaller companies just give me that warm, fuzzy feeling, in all honesty. So I absolutely love doing that. So anyways, I am going to go ahead and spread around these stars. Now, to make these stars keep their 3-dimensional, I am going to use some foam behind and in the center of the stars. And I'm just trying to figure out where I want my stars, how many do I want. And I realized that I didn't have enough small stars, so I brought out my punch yet again, and I'm going to go ahead and punch out 3 more stars and back those with the little foamies. So I'm just having my stars go at a triangle from left to right, and then also up a little bit into the cut file portion of this. So I know that I butchered the cut file quite a bit, but honestly, I really wanted to show you guys that it is okay if you only use a part of a cut file. You do not have to use the entire thing. We tuck and weave cut files in all the time. So honestly, it's just okay. However you want to use a cut file, it's yours. You own it. So you can use it in any way you want to use it. I added a little bit of white splatter. It's Dina Wakley acrylic white. And that is it for me today. I honestly just wanted to keep it nice and simple, but yet I feel like I did a lot to this layout. I just love the blue and the white. I didn't want to add anything else to this layout. I didn't want to take away from anything that was going on my blah, blah, blah on my layout. I just didn't want to take it away. I love this. I love how this layout turns out, even though the subject is, simple and it only means something to me. But anyways, I really did enjoy documenting it. All right. Be sure to check out everyone else that is playing along on the playlist. That is just amazing. That list is getting larger and larger by the day. I absolutely love it. And then also to the hashtag, if you guys follow on other types of social media like Facebook and Instagram and aren't really YouTubers, you can definitely check out the hashtag and look at all of those beautiful photos. That library is getting huge. And the Facebook group is where everything is happening. You've got drawings if you put in the weekly albums. If you put your photo in the weekly album, there is a drawing going on for 2 different drawings, actually. One for those that were able to purchase the kit and one for those that were not able to purchase the kit. So don't feel like if you didn't get the kit, you can't play along. So go check out the Facebook group, and I will check y'all later. Bye.